Well, a historic area of Indianapolis slowly disappeared over time. Part of it was due to the expansion of a downtown college campus. And now this week, part of that historic area is coming back to life, and it's closely looking at the reckoning of that history. The Madden Walker Legacy Center is hosting its first play since the renovations to the legendary venue were completed. And now the new play, called The Price of Progress, looks at the complicated relationship between the place simply known as the Avenue and the IUPUI campus that currently calls part of that avenue home.
The challenge was, of course, to be, first of all, accurate. So I spoke to a lot of people who grew up on Indiana Avenue. I was fortunate when the play was cast to have a lead actor who actually was born in Coleman Hospital and played in clubs along Indiana Avenue, L. Doc Watson. The band director, Al Fennell, was president of the Crispus Attucks Alumni Association. So from the beginning, I spoke with people who had genuine knowledge and who had lived Indiana Avenue to sort of back up the historical research that I did.
What is the price of progress? That's ultimately something that we always sort of ponder. You know, when we talk about the G word, gentrification, that's something that is definitely a national sort of conversation and agenda. And so this particular play is something that really puts all of these discussions at the forefront. And it's encapsulated in its title, The Price of Progress. Being in the Walker Theater itself is standing in the middle of legacy, in the middle of someone's dream. Sarah Breedlove's dream, having been realized and coming to fruition, is really, you know, I'm a wordsmith, and I'm speechless. I mean, it's really an honor and a privilege to have the ancestors bless us. Sankofa means going back, getting what we need to move forward. And I think this piece really speaks to that. So when you ask me what I didn't know, there was a lot I didn't know. I didn't know that I was going to feel so incredibly connected to the spirits that still sort of reside on the avenue. It's
something that, as indicated, IUPUI is constantly addressing with the contribution to a scholarship fund for descendants from Indiana Avenue, which just started this school year, with the establishment of an Africana Center in the Walker Building, and of course with the help of the Eli Lilly grant of $15 million for the renovation of the Walker. But it's a continuing process. That doesn't do it. That doesn't settle it, okay? It's an ongoing dialogue that's necessary, ongoing actions that's necessary, and IUPUI recognizes that and faces that.
Our thanks to McKenya Dilworth and Vernon Williams for joining us today. The Price of Progress is playing at the Madden Walker Legacy Theater this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. We have all of the information as well as how you can get tickets to the show right now at WRTV.com.